What's up, besties? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. We have us a little craft video today. So I'm going to show you guys how to make, not the binder, maybe we'll do that in a separate video, but I'm going to show you guys how I made my Bling Cash Envelopes. This is a fun little craft video. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I made that one. So I kind of sort of already have one started, just so that whether if it's a tumbler, an acrylic item, you know, whatever you feel like you want to bling, and as long as the glue is going to hold, that's what you need. So in my case, I have a cash envelope. Another item that you may need will be vinyl, and that just depends on if you are going like blank. Like for this one, I didn't need vinyl. There's no reason for me to need vinyl for this particular product. If I was just doing a blank tumbler, I wouldn't need vinyl for that one. And then also just for the cover here, also didn't need vinyl for this, just to stick the stones on there. So far, you need a product, you need vinyl, well, you may or may not need vinyl. You need something to buff out your product. So I used this particular sandpaper. I don't remember the grit size, but I'll make sure I link that in the description, or put the product and like the type of grit that I use, or like a buffing block. Some people use this for like nails, and this one is a 60/60/100 grit. So these two are 60 and this one's 100 grit. But that's another thing that you can use, just so that you can pretty much, you have to get like the surface, like buff the surface so that it has something to adhere to. Like, so like the same, like when, if you go to like the nail salon and they do your nails, they buff the surface so that the tip can stick. So you do need that. Me personally, I prefer for a mat to be down, just so that my space doesn't get glue on it. So as you guys see, like below the pink, this is where I usually film at. So I just put this down so that I don't get anything on it. This mat, I also got this from Amazon, and this is pretty much where I hold my glue. So you're going to see like bits and pieces of glue in here. When I'm doing stuff, I either flip it this way or I flip it this way, typically so that the glue like goes down, and then it can fit on like one of these. So, oh, you guys can't see that. Let me zoom out just a little bit more. So like it fits on like this little piece right here. You can also use this for like painting. It's just like a little craft mat. I have tweezers here because sometimes I need to, like, if I made a mistake or if things are just not aligning right, I pretty much tweeze it up, or like try to get it up so that the glue does, if the glue has dried. You need a rhinestone pen or pencil. I don't know exactly what they call this, but this particular tool, you can use this side to like get like the small stones put in there, usually for me to get it to stick, because as you guys see, when I'm trying to pick up a stone, it's not adhering. It's going to adhere this way. But if I try to pick it up this way, it's not going to pick up. So in order for me to do that, like sometimes when I put my glue on the product, I will tap it in the glue and then dab it a little bit like on here or like on the edges, so that the glue is not super sticky, so that I can pick up, drop, pick up, drop. This one's just a spare. Sometimes I use this one too, but the thing is like not there no more. So so those are what I use as far as like picking up the rhinestones. These are shakers. My shakers are extremely dirty, so just disregard that. But these are shakers. So I usually put like my smaller size stones in here, and I don't add a lot. Like I would add a whole bunch of this size, but I don't add a lot for the simple fact that I do go back and put my stones back in the correct bags. So I use these two, and you can also use multiple. Some people will use one for each size. I just find it easier just to do it this way, and then my other size stones. All right, so let's talk size. I use sizes from 2mm to 5mm. So in here, I'm always going to have like my 2s, 3s, and 4s is what's going to be in here. My 5s are here. Where you can get stones from. So I use I would say I purchased from like 3 separate places, or let's say 4 separate places. So my main place that I purchased from, I would say, is Bling Thing. I get a lot of my stones from her. I have them all like in these little packets. I can get just about anything that I want, anything that's new. I know I can count on the shop to have it. This one, I would say, is like my second runner-up, and I only say that because this shop, it's the shop I actually first started buying stones from, but they stopped selling like the jelly resin rhinestones, and they only start selling like the glass. So this is what this is. These are glass rhinestones, and then these are jelly rhinestones. So yeah, so you need stones. I also purchased from AliExpress, where you could get them in bulk, but they are now so expensive. I just buy from them. But you could get them from AliExpress, and you can also get them from Alibaba, but again, they are expensive. So those are the stones. You also need glue. So that company, Krystal, what is it called? Crown. Yeah, so the Crown Krystal company also sells glue. This glue is so good. Before, I was using like E6000 or like that. It's a glue that's in like a blue and white jar, and then there's like a blue, red, and white jar as well. I used to get off at Amazon. Y'all, I will always buy this. This glue is so good. And if you watch like blinking videos, or if you've seen anybody, I don't know what that is, if you've seen anybody who does like blinking content, they use this glue too. This just is honestly, this is just how it is. This is a mixed set of rhinestones. I was gonna bling this at one particular time, and then I decided not to, but this is just a mixture of stones, so ranging from 2 to 5 mm in black, which I'm gonna need to finish this off. You also need, what's not pictured here because it's not it's just not in here at this present moment, you need like paper towel, or like those like medical types of like paper or paper towel. I don't know what they call it, but you need paper towel, you need alcohol too. So like after you're buffing everything off and you're about to go ahead and start adhering stuff to it, you want to wipe it off to get all the debris and the sometimes the glue gets like caked up in here. So I'll take my tweezers and just like try to get some of that off. Outside of that, it's very simple. And then we can also discuss like different styles, but I think I only use one type of style. Well, I mean, I guess you could say I use 2 different types of styles when I'm putting my stones down, and I'm not by any means a specialist. It's just something that I found joy in, and it's low-key, it's therapeutic. Like when I was making my envelopes, when I started adding all of my stones to the other envelopes, I was literally doing this while I was at work, y'all. Like that's how much joy I find in it. So if I could do it every day, and you see before it had all that glue kicked up, and now I have it all off. Okay, so there's a little bit of glue that dried up right here, so I'm going to try to like get it up if I can. And if not, it will still adhere the same. I just don't want to cut the vinyl, and which I just did. I got the glue up, but I also nicked the vinyl as well. So with this glue, what I like is that I can just easily just dab, 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 and let it go. I'm going to move those out of the way, and then I'm going to stick my glue straight up like this, so that it goes down, because sometimes when you use it, the glue will start coming back down, and we don't want that. So to fill in this space, I'm going to use 2 mm stones. And if y'all hear my kids and my husband in the background, you know, ignore them. Okay. So that's all I needed to fix this little spot right here. Another thing that I do, at least for these particular, I don't know what that is. Let me get it up. For these envelopes, I have so many sticky notes, so I don't mind wasting them to be. And then I just run it across here because I don't want it going beyond, like I don't want it going in here. I might do some envelopes like that, but as of right now, I prefer that because then I feel like once it goes down and tries to get in between those circles, that for like the holes where it goes into the binder, it's just going to cause complications, and I just don't have time for that. So I'm going to go ahead and go against, this is not straight. But you know, I may or may not even need it. Not all of my envelopes I did this as well. I just want to show you guys like what I may have done from start to finish. So one thing I've been doing to like try to get them done fast, so that I can get it all done in one day, because this glue does dry fast. I think it says it dries anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, and then to allow it to fully cure, you want to give it 24 to, I'm going to move the sticky notes, you're going to give it 24 to 48 hours for it to fully cure with this glue, which is super duper fast. Some other type of glues, like you may have to allow it to cure for like a couple of weeks, and that's insane. Especially when you're trying to produce product and like get it out to your customers and whatnot. Like that's crazy. All right, so I'm gonna lift up my sleeve so I don't get glue in it, because that's one thing I've been doing. But we're done with this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring this tray over. Happens. So what I do is I just take them and then I start putting them down. As time goes on, the glue will dry. Sometimes I prefer that, and then sometimes I prefer a tacky thing. And then this is what I was saying, like with the glue, when I have to hold it down, because sometimes the glue will come out, but I do need a little bit more, so I'm okay with like that glue sticking out. And if it keeps on doing it, I'll just go ahead and stick the lid back on it to stop it, and then just set it back up. These are my envelopes, so I'm perfectly okay with the fact that it's too much glue. And then I'm just going to go through and add it all to this entire line so it can get done. And then what I do is I do flip back and forth. I think I might do a couple, and then I'm going to let it, see, I've already gotten glue on myself, and I did not mean to do that. But yeah, I am going to let it dry for a bit just so that it can do that. And then I'll probably show you guys how I do the inside, and then pretty much that'll be done. So this video, it is going to be edited obviously, but the time that it takes me is going to be a bit longer, and I'm not going to bore you guys with me just sitting here and adding the stones to it. But as you guys see, like once you get your rhythm, you will go a bit fast. And sometimes, as you see, like I have 2 stones on here. I seen this one tool too that somebody used, and they pretty much were able to pick up like 3 stones at one time. I have no idea where they got that from, but yeah. So like there's a little space right there, and I know with this particular one that my first row, I always can fit all of them all the way across without going to a different size. So now what I'm gonna do is just scoop my stones over to make space for that additional stone. And I don't know if I should zoom in just a bit more so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna push all of these up, and then that way I have space for my stone, which is given that I still don't have space, which is weird. But no big deal. This spot doesn't have that much glue on it. But what I'm gonna do is just add a bit more glue. Put the cap back on because the glue is not cooperating today. I'm gonna pick the same stone back up and we'll stick it there. And then I'm gonna go into my smaller stones, and I think I'm gonna go with a a 2 mm. Oh, that's 3. So and then begin along here. So one thing I know for sure I'm going to do is cut this tab off. I have to find somewhere the tabs are already cut off. Or I may just go ahead and buy, well, I do have clear sticker paper. I could just do that as well. So for this one, you do want to make sure that because you're going on that opposite side, that you're not getting the glue onto the edge where you have to open up the envelope at, because then your envelopes are going to stick together and you don't want that. So now I'm gonna just go back through. I do try to leave just a little bit of gapping. So again, for those of us that are heavy-handed and rough, when you go to open it up, one, that your stones don't fly off, and 2, it's not closed. So we're just gonna go on this side now, and then get the stones all the way across. And then I'll show you guys the method that I use to fill it in. There's different types of methods. Personally, I like the honeycomb. I just think it's the cleanest method to use. It's the easiest method in my opinion. Well, I won't say the easiest, because I mean all of them are pretty easy, but there is the honeycomb method. That's just the method that I prefer, and I use that for all of the products that I use, or any type of like base that I'm putting stones on. I always use the honeycomb method. There's another method called the scattered method, and again, I'm nobody's like trained professional, so I don't know all of the methods, but those are the 2 that I know highly of. The scattered method is more so like when you're using a whole bunch of different sizes all at the same time. So like when I'm filling in like these sections here, I use scattered, and I'll just, you know, fill it in for whatever fits for the sizes that I'm using. I see like a lot of like people use those particular 2 methods the most. I also see like there's another method where people put like the stone, so they'll use like 5 mm and then they'll go in with 2 mm and then 5 mm and then 2 mm, which I think that's such a beautiful, it turns out really nice. I have never tried it, but it is really nice. Outside of that, those are the methods that I know I genuinely use. I don't really do too much else. It's just I like the cleaner look like with this. That is the method I use. And this is the honeycomb method. It's just very uniformed, and how it should be. The same with this one too. Though it's round, this is the honeycomb method as well. So yeah. So we're almost done filling up this space here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move these ones over just a bit. Put this one down. And these ones are a little bit too close for my liking, up against the line. All right. So this is pretty much the base, right? One thing I do, like after I'm done this side, I'll come back through and like press it down. The same with this. After I got done, I would have came through and pressed the lines down, or press the stones down on the vinyl so that it's not, it sticks. All right, so now that we have that, and just to show you guys how, what I was talking about, you don't want it to be all the way on, because then, I mean all the way up, because you want to make sure that you're able to still open up your envelope. All right, so now that that side is drying a bit, and like I said, this glue does say that it does dry within 3 to 5 minutes, and then allow 24 to 48 hours to cure. So now that I have that, I'm just going to do like a quick little small section just to show you guys, and then I'm going to add some music and get through the rest. So just to give you guys a line of glue, I'm going to go in and I'm going to pretty much start closing it out. So for me, I'm not going to take the stone and go all the way to the edge, because I just know that it's not going to fit there. And then I add it right in between. Then I add it right in between the space. And that's pretty much why it's called a honeycomb. So as you guys see, so I'm adding my stone in between these two, and it fits perfectly. The entire piece. Sometimes you may have a situation where, you know, your stones just didn't dry in the right spot. Sometimes they will shift, sometimes they will move. Just add a smaller stone to fill in that space so that everything is uniform. One thing too, like with tumblers, you want your tumbler to come out uniform, but at the same time, don't try to squeeze everything together, because you'll see that it's just not going to turn out right. So for this one, because of this space right here, I'm going to go in. But yeah, that's pretty much what you'll do. And then for me, I do it line by line. So I will just finish this entire line, finish. And then I would say like right here is where I would continue up into. When I get super close here, I do like to stop. But one thing I realized is my very first one, I didn't do it that way. So I just filled it. And then the side, instead of me flipping it over, I was just doing it from here and going up, where I was boom, 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 boom. That's pretty much what I was doing. So I did this one, then this one, then this one, and that one. So that way it was even and it was uniform the way that I prefer it to be. But yeah, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and let's create a couple more lines. I'm going to add some music, and then I'm probably going to take a quick little break and then let it dry down a bit more. And then we will finish this. For sure, we'll finish it today. But I'm not going to, just leave you guys hanging. I'm probably just going to speed it up and then get it finished and show you guys like how I would get this one, do the inside, and like the different sizes and stuff to use to cover up the gappings and like the weird spaces, so like in here and whatnot. So yeah, let me go ahead and let me get some of this knocked out, and I will be back.
Love yours. No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing. No such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived. Don't be sleeping on your level, cause it's beauty in the struggle, nigga. It's beauty in the struggle, nigga. Yeah. It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. I grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, no once upon a time. But I be goddamn if a nigga don't be trying. So tell me, mama, please, why you be drinking all the time? Cause all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind. Cause pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you'll find. The good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Being broke is better. Life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Think being broke is better. Life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. For what's money without happiness? Or hard times without the people you love? Though I'm not sure what's about to happen next. I ask for strength from the Lord up above, cause I've been strong so far, but I can feel my grip loosening. Quick, do something before you lose it for good. Get it back and use it for good, and touch the people how you did like before. I'm tired of living with demons cause they always inviting more. Think being broke was better. Now I don't mean that phrase with no disrespect to all my niggas out there living in debt, cashing minimal checks. Turn on the TV, see a nigga Rolex, and fantasize about a life with no stress. I mean this shit sincerely. And as a nigga who was once in your shoes, living with nothing to lose, I hope one day you hear me. Always gonna be a bigger house somewhere, but nigga feel me. Long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Always gonna be a whip that's better than the one you got. Always gonna be some clothes that's fresher than the ones you rock. Always gonna be a bitch that's better out there on the tours. But you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love no such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived.
All right, besties, it's been some time. I'm gonna go ahead and finish her up. I don't want to Target. I done copped the new Stanley tumblers. I also got my grocery order from Walmart as well, so we are good to go for Easter dinner. The only thing that we didn't do was find the kids some Easter baskets. I was able to find like some activities, but that was about it. So I'm about to go ahead and finish this one up because I do want it done so that I can set up my, like, break down my business money and put my envelopes together. Well, they're already together, but I want to finish this part so that I can go ahead and break down the rest of my business money and put it in its proper place. But yeah, y'all gonna have to let me know how you like them. They're definitely different. I will say that they're different. They're unique. And then I also need to do my other envelopes too. So I want to like get everything done so that I can get this done. And then we good to go. This week I'm gonna vlog too, so you may see, well, not you may, but you will see like some behind the scenes and the content that I film this week. Since, so right in like in this space here, in that space, I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put some smaller stones, but for now I'm gonna leave it the way that it is. But yeah, when I was at Target today too, I found my kids the cutest little skirts that they're gonna wear on Easter. And then I just got the boys some polos. I honestly, I would have gotten them some actual like Ralph Lauren polos. There's another brand that's called the Billionaire Boys Club. I like their clothes too for my sons. But baby, I was supposed to go to Michael's. In all honesty, we was only supposed to go to Michael's to get I guess I can feel it. I already put glue there. I was only supposed to go to Michael's, and that was just to get like little Easter activities, but Michael's ain't have none. So as y'all seen me putting this stone right here, it doesn't fit. And it's also not going to fit there either. So we're just going to hold on to it because it doesn't fit, but it can fit here. Whew. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to knock majority of this out. So I'm probably going to play more music so I can knock this out.
Trips that you plan for the next whole week. It's too long for a nigga so cheap. And flex so D, sex so D. You got it, girl, you got it. Hey. You got it, girl, you got it. Yeah. Pretty little thing, you got a bag and now you wildin'. You just took it off the line, no mileage. Way they hitting you, the DM looking violent. Talking while you come around and now they silent. Through the Cooper 17, no guidance. You be staying low, but you know what the price is. They ain't never got you know it being modest. Poppin' shit, but only cause you know you poppin', yeah. You got it, girl, you got it. Hey. You got it, girl, you got it. Hey. You got it, girl, you got it. You got it, girl, you got it.
never do me wrong. See, when I'm home, I'm all alone, and you are always gone. Boy, you know I really love you, I can't deny. I can't see how you could bring me to so many tears after all these years. See, my days are cold without you. My days, yeah. And my heart can't take no more. I keep on moving. See, my days are cold without you. Without you. Without you. I keep on running. I trusted you, I trusted you. So sad, what love will make you do. All the things that we accept, be the things that we regret. So all of my ladies, hear me, come on, sing with me. See, when I get the strength to leave you, always tell me that you need me. And I'm weak cause I believe you, and I'm mad because I love you. So I stop and think that maybe you can learn to appreciate me. Then it all remains the same, that you ain't never gonna change, never gonna change, never gonna change. My days are cold, baby, and my heart can't take no more. No more. See, my days are cold without you. And my heart can't take no more. No more.
Alright, now that that's filled in, I'm gonna go ahead and just dot the spaces here where stones should be and fill that in real quick. And then I'm gonna have to re-up on my stones because soon I'm not gonna have any more. But yeah, you guys have now watched me pretty much close it out. And I'm just using what's in here. This is based off of preference. If you want to make it even, like all the other lineup, you can. Personally, I don't care that much. I think it's going to turn out fine. You know, no matter which way I do it. So, like, I haven't used that size in there. So, it looks fine to me. And I'm gonna let it dry down some before I start going in. Trying to use up all, and then I am gonna have to get more small stones. I think I just said that, but because I am gonna need it like more so in the like towards the edges. So yeah, and then this B is big, so I can add that there and then fill in with pretty much whatever's here, which isn't much. Just pretty much trying to find little stones before I go in. Pour in more. And if I use them all, cool. Alright. So I'm going to get some more of the 2mm size. And of course, now that I have did that, I've located literally some. So I'm going to pick these up real quick and put them on. And sometimes if I get glue on the stone itself, I will go ahead and pick it off. My tumblers, I wash them. So after they cure for the time that they're supposed to cure, I do go ahead and wash them with like regular Dawn dish detergent. I have my own like little scrub mommy, scrub daddy for them in their own special little basket that I put them in. And then I give them a wash so that the crystals or the stones give it like that natural shine. Is what I do for my tumblers. These type of products, once it cures, I will go ahead and I'll like wipe it down. But I won't wash it because that just doesn't make sense to do so. So yeah, I'm gonna let this dry down a bit and then we'll come back. And I'll finish the inside and then we'll be done. Alright, bestie, now that it is officially completed, this is how it turns out completely. Very blingy. It still needs some time to dry. Once it's dry, then I'll go over it with like some alcohol and like rub it up against it. But yeah, and I did go ahead and cut the tab off as well, so still plenty of space to fit money. Let's actually test her out. I'll actually go into the business envelope and let's test her out. So I don't want to do too much, but as you see, the bill fits in there nicely. Still has plenty of space, and actually I'm going to leave this one on so it needs to finish drying. But this one, what is this? 100, 200, 300, 220, 240, 250, 260, 360. Yeah. So this is $360. And it can go into the envelope, which is giving me, it's also the way I'm holding it too. So it can go within there. It is a little snug, but it can go in. It can go in there, so. I'm gonna go ahead, okay, just a second, and put them back in there. So usually I have business bills first, business stocks, business taxes, then we'll have products and branding. So just some cute envelopes that we made. And again, I did cut off the tab, which was making it a bit more interesting to get them in there. But yeah, these will be my business binder envelopes. I'm probably going to put like LE here for Luxe Essentials and put some bling on there. But that is my business binder. So cute. I am obsessed. I thought about putting like Luxe Essentials here and blinging that out, but this binder is so old that I may not even do that. Yeah, I also thought about blinging like the pockets, but at that point I'm just wasting stones. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back into the other envelope. When it's time for me to use this binder, then I will. But for now, it's going to go back into my other wallet. And then I did go ahead and test it out to put these envelopes in my LV wallet. It's too thick. So I honestly think I'm going to leave those envelopes the way that they currently are for now, until I decided I get bored of them and because it's not enough razzle and dazzle for me, and then just make some new ones. But yeah, y'all, that is it for today's video, little tutorial on how to bling a cash envelope. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your bell notifications, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, besties.